Namaste, welcome to Tummy.com, a platform for yoga teachers and teachers in training to be able to build yoga sequences, refer to Sanskrit pronunciations and lots more. So this is the third part of the video for the sequence Gentle Hatha Yoga Flow for better nervous system. Please do check out the previous videos. The links are provided in the description below. So in the previous videos, we covered poses like the standing poses followed by prone poses. Now we will be covering poses that will be done while sitting down. So the last pose for the previous video had Prasarita Balasana. The student comes up and sits down on the base and then enters into Sahaja Navasana. This pose works on the core muscles along with increasing concentration towards the breath, which will give better balance and endurance to the students. So the efforts put into maintaining the pose for a long period along with balance sends out signals to contract the right muscles in the core and the abdomen. The next three poses, the students have to perform it on the left side and the right side of the body to maintain the balance. Then the student sits in Dandasana, which is a rest pose, after activating the core, and from here the student enters into Bharadvajasana, where both the legs are bent to the left side and the student has to slightly twist the torso to be able to hold the right arm. Remember, we mentioned that twist poses work on the flow of prana, so try to recollect it. So the spine here gets a gentle twist from the base, which helps in the flow of prana along the spine and reduces the stress. This also boosts the parasympathetic nervous system. Besides this, the pose works on the shoulders, hips, and also helps in boosting the energy levels of the student. Then, from Bharadvajasana, the student releases the pose and sits in Dandasana, followed by Ardha Matsyendrasana with locking of one elbow. So this pose is also a twist pose working on the flow of prana along the spine. Focus on breath gives a deeper twist and also works on the glutes, hamstrings and shoulders. Dandasana is a transition pose in this part of the sequence. So you release a twist, come to Dandasana and then do the other pose. The flow has to be smooth, no break in the flow, because gentle yoga is about smooth transition and smooth movements which will calm the mind down. Next, the student enters into Parivrata Janu Shirshasana. Now this pose might not seem like a beginner level pose, and it's completely fine if you want to replace this pose with another variation or maybe do the pose with the use of a prop. This pose is a side bend which is performed on the left side and the right side and opens the hips, hamstrings, spine and shoulders. Also, it opens the chest and diaphragm, which helps in deep breathing, and it's very good for the mind. Lastly, the student releases the pose, comes to Dandasana. As we told, Dandasana is a transition pose and then enters into Paschimottanasana. It's a forward bend which works on the lower back, stretches the hamstring and also helps to coordinate the mind to the breath. It's very relaxing. So remember that in yoga, mind, body, breath is the key for a calming practice. Before we head to the next part of the sequence, let's just do a small recap of the different kinds of poses we have done until now and how it's helpful. So we started with standing poses that worked on coordinating the mind with the breath, and also in the process of holding the pose for longer, we develop greater concentration and focus. Then we went on to doing prone poses, which helped in opening various chakras like the Mooladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra and Manipura chakra. So try to build sequences also taking into consideration the chakras as a factor. After which we moved on to doing poses which involve gentle twists to the spine, which help in creating a pathway for the flow of prana through the body. And one very important point to keep in mind is that this is a gentle flow sequence. So the students have to perform each pose with ease, no pressure, sync the mind, body and breath to get maximum benefits. Also, when you're teaching, try not to do too many corrections or have too many breaks. Let the student be comfortable in a position. So we are trying to do this not to disturb the mind and the focus while practicing. The next video we shall cover poses that are done while lying down on the back. Click on the link provided on the screen to move on to the next part of the video, and thank you very much.